Bakker, naturopath. Thanks for coming back. Now, the topic is, can exercise help your gut health? How can it help your gut health? It's very interesting. Exercise has been shown through research to improve nearly all aspects of human health. In mental health, emotional health, physical health, spiritual health. There isn't much that isn't improved when it comes to physical exercise. It's very, very interesting talking to a research scientist only a few weeks ago who informed me that over 25,000 papers have been published just in the last 18 months on gut health alone, on microbiome health. More and more research is validating why the gut is important, but also a lot of these studies are showing why things like exercise are actually beneficial for our health. For example, we look at studies where we see individual groups of people split into two groups. One group will actually spend time in the sun. One group will, for example, exercise. Or there are many studies I've read like this, and every time I look at the results, they're very interesting. The people engaged in exercise, particularly on a sunny day like today, not only have higher vitamin D levels, they actually have higher beneficial bacterial counts. So just being outside alone in the sun improves beneficial bacteria as opposed to being inside. But movement has a tremendous effect on improving the digestive system. If you look at the old-fashioned books, I've got a lot of old health books, as you can imagine. Old people have old books, and a lot of them talk about the benefits of going for a promenade or going for a walk. Many of the older books, they say it's particularly important to do this between meals for like 30 to 40 minutes. So they don't really explain why, but in later years some of the books came out saying that the liver gets massaged more or the bowel gets massaged more or things like that, all these sort of different statements without any basis on fact. But here's one interesting thing I can tell you from my experience working with patients a long time. People who walk a lot never have a gut problem in terms of constipation, okay? The bowel works well. When you have the sitting disease, when you sit on your butt all day in front of a computer, you're going to get a gut problem. Because when you think about it, you're putting stuff in here, it's coming out the other end, and you're not really doing much in between, are you? You're sitting there and expecting it all to work like a machine. But movement aids in all aspects, okay? People who move always have a better gut function. You'll find bloating is less, okay? Flatulence is less, constipation is less, and the appetite is improved as well, because appetite has regulatory effect of the appetite is very stimulated by walking. So if you're a person who doesn't walk a lot and you decide to slowly start incorporating into your life, you'll find a lot of things will change. The joints will feel better, the lower back improves, you don't get so much tension in the head or neck anymore, bowel motions improve, immunity is stimulated. Just that impact of that, that load-bearing exercise on those hips, on the lower back, it improves all aspects of your being. So if you're not walking, you're crazy really, and I don't consider walking an exercise. To me, it is just something that's part of my normal life. If you're not doing 10,000 steps regularly a day, you're going to have a problem when you get to your 60s or 70s. So it really pays for you to get off your butt and walk. I hope you've got that message clear out of this video. So how does it improve it? Well, if you think about the mechanics of it all, you're improving the gut just by virtue of walking, by moving. But particularly the bowel is really improved by walking. That's what I found out. It really is. So if you're a bus driver or a truck driver, I used to be a truck driver, and you're sitting down for long hours a day, get out of that cab and go for a walk. It'll make a big difference. And you'll see. And thanks for tuning in.